with an AI company that turns user-generated content into searchable military intelligence. The company is called Aris Labs, and what they say they do versus what they're capable of doing are two very different things. And I say just partnered with because this was posted on June 4th on Oracle's blog. Oracle is the other company, by the way. But they actually started working with Oracle a little over a year ago at the very least that we know of. And what I find interesting is that they've been operating in stealth for a little over 2.5 years. So we can't really say for certain when they started working, I guess, with Larry Ellison or the American government, but we do know now that they are operating out of Washington, D.C., I suppose. And while operating in stealth is, I guess, kind of normal for tech companies, I really find it disconcerting whenever there's an Oracle element involved, you know? Because defense companies that operate alongside Oracle tend to have a certain, I don't know, je ne sais quoi about them. The first day they went public, this was their first post on LinkedIn, which is awfully patriotic, especially for a company that's headquartered out of Tel Aviv, Israel, with most of their team and all of their R&D out of there. 3 of their founders are veterans of Israeli intelligence, with Amos Lahav spending 19 years running operations out of the Israeli Prime Minister's office. And the same year that he left that job, he started Aris. Now, they market themselves as a military software company that processes battlefield footage. I mean, Oracle's blog calls it themselves accelerating media exploitation. But what that can also look like is somebody using TikTok to, I don't know, take a live stream of a protest, and then Aris later on using AI to identify every single person in it. You know, it's the same tool, same technology, just a different query. But Dre, they're not going to use it to do that, really? Well, then why was this linked in the footnotes of Oracle's blog post? Let's read this together. Domestic terriers pose a significant threat to the U.S., according to the FBI and the Department of Homeland Security. Domestic terriers often use online platforms such as social media and gaming to communicate radical ideas to a wide audience and mobilize like-minded people. Sorry. And their CEO says it even more plainly than that, because I found an Israeli newspaper that he gave an interview to, and he said verbatim that after the October 7th attacks, that they began extracting intelligence from even TikTok videos. And the timing is worth noting here, okay? Because the White House signed the executive order giving Oracle custody of TikTok on September 25th, 2025. And I believe it was 18 days later, on October 13th, 2025, that Oracle then added Aris Labs to their defense ecosystem. This is what I mean, by the way, when I say that Oracle is a national security threat, okay? Because defense contractors of that size should not be allowed to invest in media properties of this size, or any size. And I don't know why that's not a law yet, but holy crap, it should be. Because people like Larry Ellison, who invest and build companies like Oracle, say things like this.
Citizens will be on their best behavior because we're constantly recording and reporting everything that's going on. And it's unimpeachable.
And this is the same man whose son now controls CNN and CBS thanks to Daddy leveraging his Oracle stocks to buy him those newsrooms. So now it's one family with one hand on the surveillance infrastructure and trying to privatize America, and with the other on a social media platform and, a foot in the newsroom. And if you're watching this on TikTok, you won't be for long because so is Aris. So, share accordingly.